I remember working with one school, and we had provided them with a PLC structure, and the leadership really spent a lot of time thinking about it and talking it through ahead of time. In fact, the leadership spent maybe 6 months just getting themselves ready because they needed to learn how to go in and give the right kind of feedback. They needed to learn how to observe and figure out what the root cause was. They needed to figure out what their instructional philosophy was for the school. They needed to figure out the direction of the school. So the administration committed about 6 months really of training and getting themselves ready. And then they introduced PLCs to the school. And what they did, which was unique, was that they divided the staff, unbeknownst to the staff, but they divided the staff based on that structure that I talk about in Never Work Harder Than Your Students: novice, apprentice, practitioner, master teacher. And so the PLCs were grouped based on where teachers were in terms of their skill. So the novices were together, the apprentices were together, the practitioners, the master teachers were together. And they structured the master schedule to make sure that this happened too. And they committed sub-time and, did the resources and the infrastructure, had that in place ahead of time. Well, what happened was they had the staff development and teacher, the instructional coach, kind of lead out the PLCs to begin with, because participating in a PLC is a skill. It's a learned skill, especially because at a high school, teachers are so isolated. You close your room, you do your own thing. And so the instructional coach led out at the very beginning. Well, what happened was because they were grouped by skill, they differentiated the kind of work the PLCs did based on the teacher's learning level. And so teachers were getting the support that they needed in the environment of a PLC that was designed to help them where they were. And there were clear goals about moving teachers to that next level. So the goal of the novice PLC was to move them from novice to practitioner. The goal of the practitioner PLC was to move them from practitioner to master teacher. The goal of the master teacher PLC was to help them sustain mastery. And so the work looked different. And as a result, every single teacher in the building moved one level by the end of the school year. And when you walked into that school, the instruction that was happening in those classrooms, I could not find a horrible classroom in the entire school.